everybody. Or hi. Who do I have in here right now? I have somebody. But hello, welcome. We will be doing, obviously, some yoga today. Level up your decks right here. Oh, hello. Good morning, Ghost Hack. Thank you for being here. So today, we're going to do some yoga that's focused on balance. And, if anyone watching the VOD or anything like that is new to yoga or new to this particular stream, take it at your own pace. The big thing to do in yoga is let go of any expectations you may have about what you're supposed to be able to do. There's no supposed to. This is for you, for your body. So if something doesn't work for you, doesn't feel right, you don't have to do it. Don't feel like you need to force yourself into anything. It's important. It's really important. Things will come over time. I don't know if you can see my cat back here. She's found something she wants to play with. Don't drink my water, Zuko. Don't be rude like that. Okay. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and get started. We're gonna focus on balance today, so it should be kind of fun. I like doing balance-focused practices. Also, you might have noticed this. It's all backwards. This donation bar here. So what I'm going to do, if we get to this amount right there, and just at some point, I will do yoga practice as a character, like Rey from Star Wars, or maybe Bellatrix Lestrange, or I don't know, maybe Harley Quinn. If we get to that goal, I will do a whole practice as that character. So that's what we're looking for. And there's a donation link down below. I believe if you put ! Donation in in chat, you can also see that donation link. But it is a Streamlabs donation link that will update the goal. You can also donate to PayPal. It won't update the goal below. I will try to update that later. Yay, I'm glad you love this idea. I think it'd be fun. I think I would enjoy that. Your cat is currently walking back and forth across screen. Yeah, it's like you're doing something and they're like, hi, I have to be here in the midst of it. Which I'm okay with most of the time. I don't mind her being around. But, every once in a while when she jumps up on your computer, you're like, oh, well, that's not great. So anyway. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. So let's start the sweet yoga music. Here we go. All right, let me know if you guys can't hear it, because I noticed that my last maybe stream or two, it wasn't playing. Cat yoga, yes. So whenever I first finished my first training for yoga, no worries. When I first started yoga, you have to do a community service hours of teaching yoga just out somewhere in the community for a certain amount of time. And so I taught in a park nearby for a bunch of people, and there was a stray cat that almost every time I taught would come, and she would just lay down on my mat and be like, hello, I'm here to join your yoga class. Stray cat out in the park. It was lovely. I loved it. So anyway, let's start. All right, let's start seated. I'll move this toy. My cat loves this piece of frame for some reason. She crazy. But just find a comfortable position. You could be seated, you could be laying flat, whichever feels best for you. And just close your eyes. And we're just going to start by noticing the breath. Just to see where it is. Don't feel like you need to change it. Just notice it first. And then let's find some deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And just find a few of these. Letting the exhales be an audible sigh. Let me move my microphone so you can hear me. Okay. And then let's turn the attention to the body. Still breathing deep. Let's breathe in and out through the nose as well. Letting both inhale and exhale be about the same length. But as you're taking these deep breaths, just noticing the body, see where it is today. Notice if it's tense. Notice if there's anything that may be sore or something you want to go easy on today. And just making a note as you're scanning through the body, making a note of those parts of the body that you want to listen to so that you can modify for them if you need to. I'll give some variations as they come up. But you never want to push any part of the body anything that hurts in a bad way, you never want to push that. And on our next inhale, let's sweep the arms to the sky. Bring hands together, exhale, hands to the heart. And just do this a few more times with the breath in and out through the nose. Or if you're stopped up today, you can always breathe through the mouth, of course. But if not, try and breathe through the nose. It helps to warm the air as it comes into the body. On this next inhale, let's take just one arm up. The other hand can come to the mat. We'll stretch to the side of the body. Exhale that arm down. Inhale the other. And just continuing side to side a few times. Do one more on both sides. And then after the last one, we're going to find some circles in the hips. I really like these. So start with hands on thighs. Oh, and by the way, everyone hopefully is now in a seated position. Didn't say that before, but hopefully. So from this easy seated pose, legs crossed, we're just going to hinge forward from the hips as far as feels comfortable. And then we'll go to one side, inhaling as you come all the way back up center, exhaling as you go down to the other side and back forward to center. And just going with the breath. Whenever you feel ready, let's take these circles in the opposite direction. Never holding breath, never holding breath. So inhaling up, exhaling as you come forward. Honestly, it's more important, Zuko, don't climb up on my computer. It's more important to breathe than it is to breathe in the right directions. And honestly, for the most part, the order in which we breathe, like taking inhales and exhales, is usually about how it fits for the body. So it might happen naturally. Let's do one more circle. We'll come back to center. Once here, let's swing legs around. Let's come to all fours. Feel free to add some cushion by rolling up your mat a little bit or adding a blanket. But make sure joints are stacked. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to flow through cat-cow. Start with cat. On the exhale, rounding through the spine. And we'll inhale, cow, curving through the spine. Always going with the breath. Moving from the tailbone to the head. And if you're protecting wrists, you can always use Swiss wrists. You'll often see me doing that. My wrists don't really like it when my hands are flat on the mat. Let's find one more through both. Now let's come back to a neutral spine, and we're going to switch to spinal balance. So on an inhale, take the right arm, the left leg out in line with the spine. Flex the foot, reach from fingertips to heels. And we'll exhale, release. Switch sides, left arm, right leg on the inhale. Reaching up and out. Exhale, coming back down. And continuing side to side. Good, let's add a little bit of a extra balance to this. We're gonna take right arm, right leg. Take that out. Exhale back down. So same arm, same leg. You end up having to lean a little bit. It's gonna mess with your balance. Let's let this next one be the last. Coming back to all fours, let's come back to child's pose. Sit back on heels, bring forehead to the mat or to stacked fists, whichever feels best. And you can rock side to side, massage the hips a little bit. And then from here, let's move through a few push-ups. So we'll inhale forward to kneeling plank. So shoulders over wrists, hips past knees. Shift the body weight forward a little bit more. Bend elbows to kneeling crocodile. Then inhale, push back to kneeling plank. Exhale back to child's pose. So again, inhaling kneeling plank. Shift forward a bit. Exhale, kneeling crocodile. Inhale back to kneeling plank. Exhale, child's pose. Hello, welcome to anyone who's just joining us. We've only just begun. You're coming at a perfect time. 3 more of these. You can always go at your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace. You just want to go with the breath. And you don't want to go too fast, of course. But if you're going with deep breaths, you shouldn't be going too fast, hopefully. Is that 3? I don't know. We'll do 1 more. Just to be sure. Coming back to child's pose, we're going to switch to down dog. So curl toes under, lift the tailbone to the highest point. Once here, we're going to alternate heel press. So we're pressing down on one heel, bending the other knee, switching back and forth. And just go nice and slow. And for down dog, we want fingers spread wide. We're pressing out into the fingertips. We want ears between our arms, so they're not out this way. This puts a lot of pressure on the shoulders. So we're really pressing the shoulders towards the mat. Hello, Zuko. Are you joining us? I guess not. Okay, let's go ahead and walk to the top of the mat or into forward fold. And on an inhale, we'll reverse swan dive. So we're just going to bend knees, hinge from the hips. Come up. Good. We're going to flow through chair a few times. So exhale, sit back, weight into the heels and hips. Arms sweep forward. Inhale back up. And just go with the breath. Let's do 1 more. And on the exhale, come to mountain. Hands by your sides, palms facing forward. Good. Hello, Maru. Hi, welcome. It's Tuesday for yoga. Okay, from here, let's step back with the left foot or either foot really, and come to about a wingspan base. So if arms are at shoulder height, feet are about under our hands. Find those silly looking moonflowers. Turn toes out, tuck heels in. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, come down to a squat, draw elbows in towards the spine and ribs. Inhale, back up. Go with the breath. And for anyone joining us, you might see this, I don't know which hand it is, but donation bar. I think it's his hand. Nope, it's his hand. Donation bar. For character yoga, which means I will do a whole yoga practice as a character like Ray, or Bellatrix Lestrange, Harley Quinn, any of those. Maybe another 1 or 2 if I can think of them. But yes, and of course that donation goal is not just for today, but over the next few, however longs, we'll say. Oh, hello, noise on my computer. Hi, Zuko. Have you come back? We're going to switch to a sunflower. She's a very playful right now. So for this, we're bending knees to the squat. Then we're going to hinge forward from the hips, sweep arms down in front like this. Inhale, come all the way back up. Good, just going with the breath. And I'll turn sideways so you can kind of see how I'm tilting, because it does actually matter here. So my hips are sticking out behind me as I tilt forward because I'm hinging from the hips, not the back, not here. And that matters for most of our poses. We don't want to put that pressure on the back. We want to use the joints that are built for this. This is true pretty much anytime you're like picking something up. If you can hinge from the hips more than rounding in the back, that is the way to do it. Let's find one more. Meet back at our inhale. Bring hands to the heart on an exhale. Step back to the top of the mat. And let's find a sun salutation. Inhaling both arms up. On an exhale, we're going to swan dive. So bend knees, hinge, come all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway to monkey. Hands on the mat or shins. Torso's just coming about halfway up. Exhale, step back to child's pose. We'll do the kneeling version first. On an inhale, come forward to kneeling plank. Shift forward to crocodile. Then release hips and belly to the mat. Just use the core to lift the shoulders into low cobra. Hands are mostly resting. Exhale, lead with hips. Come back to child's pose. We'll come back, stepping to the top of the mat. We'll reverse swan dive on an inhale. We'll exhale, chair. Inhaling back up. And we'll do another one. Swan dive down. Inhale, monkey. Richard Simmons. No. Yes, squat then hinge for those ghost tags. Sorry, that was a bit a while ago. So for this one, you can either step back to child's pose or down dog. Either one. We'll inhale forward to plank, full or kneeling, your choice. Shift forward onto the toes a bit. Exhale down to crocodile, full or kneeling. Inhale, pull the belly button through, flip over feet, up dog or low cobra. Come back over the toes, down dog or child's pose. And then you can step or walk to the top of the mat. We'll inhale, reverse swan dive. Let's exhale, chair. Let's do one more. Let's come back up. I'm going to do the kneeling version this time, so swan dive down. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, step back to child's pose or down dog, your choice. Inhale to a plank. Shift forward to a crocodile. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. And exhale back, child's pose or down dog. Step or walk back to the top of the mat. Reverse swan dive on the inhale. Exhale, chair. Good, let's inhale up. And let's exhale back to chair. We're going to hold it. Arms out. They can be at the heart. They can be on the thighs for a supported chair. Those are always options. Turn fingers in for the supported chair. So either one. I like hands at heart. Just find those deep breaths. Also, another thing when your chairs, they can be pretty deep. They can be a lot more shallow. It's your choice. I tend to end up somewhere in the middle. Hello, welcome to anyone who is joining us. If you're joining us, we just finished the warm-up. So be gentle if you start. Good, so on our next inhale, as we come up, we're gonna bring the right knee with us. Bring the knee in line with the hip socket, foot is flexed. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're gonna hold here. Take a moment to find your balance. And this is another balance, especially our poses you don't want to work too hard at. Don't try too hard. If you need to step a foot down and bring it back up, that's okay. Don't try to fight that. It honestly just makes it harder. Next inhale, let's step this right foot all the way back and find warrior one. So the back foot is at about a 45-degree angle, so the whole foot can be flat, but the hips are forward. So I'm going to turn this way so you can kind of see that. Hopefully you can see this back foot a little bit. Good, so my hips are twisting in. Front knee bent. We're going to bring arms out in front. Reach out through the fingertips. Start to rotate palms towards the sky, and then bring arms up to either side of the ears. Or, if you're protecting shoulders today, you can bring arms to cactus arms. You can have hands on hips, off the heart. Those are always options. But we're going to hold here. And for warrior one, we want to press down into both feet. So we're not just pressing into the front or pressing into the back. We're using both feet to kind of press the torso to center. And then we're reaching through the top of the head in opposition. That's dynamic tension, which we want in most of our poses. Like we're trying to stretch a rubber band as tight as it will go. Good, let's find one more deep breath. Exhale, we're gonna sweep the arms down, sweep them forward to use a little bit of leverage, and then we're gonna press off with this back foot and bring the knee back through so it is in line with the hip, foot is flexed, hands can come back to the heart. Finding a few deep breaths here. Oh, there goes my balance. Good, I'm gonna step a foot down. There we go. I'm gonna turn on this way actually for this next pose. And sometimes, like, do this near a wall if you need to. It can help. So you can reach out. I'm often by a wall. All right, next inhale, we're gonna step back this right foot. We're gonna turn hips open to the long edge of the mat and find warrior two. So my back foot is now about parallel to the short edge. My back foot's the right foot. Left knee, left toes are pointed towards the front or the short edge of the mat. Feet are in line. This left knee is gonna bend. And arms come up to shoulder height, palms facing the mat. But you can still hold cactus arms, hands on hips, or at the heart instead. Those are always options. But for this, we're sinking down, again, pressing into both feet. What's really easy to do here is to want to lean forward into this front leg. You're actually putting more pressure on this leg than you need to. So use it to press the torso back. Use this back leg to press the torso forward. So again, it's right in the middle there. Zuko is staring at me. What do you need? Okay, from here, we're gonna switch back to balance. So take a moment, let's release the arms. We're gonna turn the hips in. This one's gonna be a little bit harder. When you're ready, gently press off with the back foot. Bring the right knee all the way through. Flex that foot, bring hands to the heart. Here, I'm just get back this way so you can see me a bit better. And we're gonna add a twist. So keep this knee lifted, find a long spine before you twist, and the belly's gonna go towards the front leg. So belly first, lest the spine falls behind. You can bring both hands to this right thigh. Whew! This left foot is getting tired. Here we go. Find a few deep breaths here. Try and keep the spine long. Good, next exhale, turn back. Let's release this leg. Ooh, shake them out if you want. My left leg needs a shake out, or my foot does. Okay, let's move through a vinyasa. It's the middle part of the sun salutation. So let's just inhale up since we're up here. Bend the knees, swan dive down, and step back to down dog. And then you can move through a full version. Ooh, let me scoot this back a little bit. Full version or kneeling version, your choice. So the kneeling starts in child's pose. The full starts in down dog. Inhale to either plank, full or kneeling. Shift forward, exhale, either crocodile, full or kneeling. Shift forward, inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale back, down dog or child's pose. Good, and then let's take a moment as you finish that to come back to down dog. Just breathe into the legs here. Press shoulder blades towards the tailbone or against the back. I know that sounds like a difficult thing to do. Try and put it in the mind, and you'll kind of move into the body there. I'm going to turn around this way. Okay. Hello, welcome to anyone joining us today. If you're just joining us right now, doing a balance-focused yoga practice. All right, from here, let's walk back to the top of the mat. On the inhale, let's reverse. Swan dive will come up. Let's exhale back to chair. Good, arms out at the heart or on the thighs, your choice. My left foot wants to cramp on me now. Okay. This time, we can make it a balancing chair if you want to. For that, we're just gonna lift the heels off the mat, coming onto the toes. Everything else pretty much remains the same in chair. Still breathing deep. Good, then one at a time, let's drop the heels back to the mat. This next inhale, as we come up, we're gonna bring the left knee with us, so it's in line with the hip socket, foot is flexed. You can exhale, hands to the heart. Holding here for a moment. Breathing deep. Whee! Good, next inhale, step back to the left foot, find warrior one. So again, back, left foot is at about a 45-degree angle. So it's not completely forward, not completely turned out. Right knee is bent. Let's this time find chest expansion. Take hands behind you, clasp them if it's comfortable. hold an imaginary beach ball, or hold an object. Anything you have will work. I'm using a soft claw. Yes, I know, left foot is being a big jerk. With chest expansion, it's easy to want to add a back bend in the low back. Keep the tailbone tucked under. It's going forward as opposed to back. Okay, let's find one more deep breath here. Exhale, release the chest expansion. Sweep arms forward. We're going to bring this left knee back through, bringing it in line with the hip socket, foot flexed, hands at the heart. Holding here for another few deep breaths. Another thing in balance is it's pretty much the body's constantly moving in balance because it's constantly making adjustments. So again, don't feel like you need to fight that. Kind of if you can get used to it, let your body move around a bit as it needs to. Next inhale, step back to the left foot. We'll turn the hips open for warrior two. So hips are facing the long edge of the mat. Back left foot is now about parallel to the short edge. Right knee, right toe stay pointed the same direction they were before, towards the front of the mat. Right knee is bent, arms come up to shoulder height. We're gazing over the right fingertips. Let's add some movement in the arms. So we're going to use the whole arm to trace soccer ball size. Finding some circles, don't feel like you need to go fast. Continue to breathe deep. Good, go the opposite direction. And then make the circles tennis ball size. So the whole arm is moving. You don't necessarily have to go faster, but we've made the circle smaller. Go the other direction. Good, now we're gonna get down to quarter size. So the whole arm is moving, but it's just a much smaller movement. It doesn't have to go faster, that's the inclination, is to do it faster. Go the other direction. Good, let's release these circles. From here, we're going to turn this left hip in. You can release the arms. When you're ready, we're going to pull everything forward with this front foot so this left knee can come back through. Foot is flexed. Hands can come to the heart. Good, then we're gonna add our twist. So when you're ready, belly goes first towards the lifted leg, so towards the left. Rest of spine follows behind. Both hands can come to that left thigh. Holding here. Breathe deep. Good, let's find one more deep breath. Exhale, come back to center, release the legs. Ooh, shake them out. All right, let's come back to the mat. So inhale, arms up, swan dive on an exhale. And step back to down dog. Oh, hi. Oh, Jordan said that. Hi, Jordan. Oh, hi, the real POTUS. Thank you for joining us. Let's hold down dog for just a few deep breaths here. Yeah, driving in yoga sounds difficult. Cool new music. This one is, what's his name? I want to say Kevin MacLeod. It's the guy who did the Wild Cards music for Deadlands, for our intro. He's got so many cool musics on the interwebs. Let's move through a vinyasa. So inhale full plank or kneeling. I'm going to do kneeling this time. Shift forward, exhale. Down to crocodile, full or kneeling. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, back down dog or child's pose. Good, let's come back to all fours actually here. Hello, Obo Cup, welcome. Car yoga. Okay, we're gonna hold spinal balance. I think we've done this before. And let's, when you're ready, on an inhale, take right arm, left leg out, flex the foot, hold here. Breathe deep, this is another balance pose. Just a different kind. Yeah, I'm continuing to try and find some different kinds of music. Because, like, some I like, some I don't. Kind of need something specific for yoga sometimes. The next exhale, release, switch sides. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Holding here. This one's real intense, I guess. Next, exhale to release. And then from here, let's come back to down dog. Let's inhale forward to a plank, full or kneeling, your choice. So knees on or off the mat, but just make sure shoulders are over wrists. Breathe deep. Good, next exhale, come back to down dog. And from here, let's walk back to the top of the mat. On an inhale to reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. Let's exhale back to chair. Sit back, weight into the heels and hips. Arms are forward at the heart or on the thighs for supported chair. Good, then on our next inhale, let's bring the left knee all the way up. Knees in line with the hip. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a few moments here. Whew. We're going to do every single warrior pose today. On our next inhale, we're going to take this left leg back behind us, extend it out. So we have a long line from the left heel to crown of the head. This is warrior 3. So warrior 3 can be almost standing, or you can come as deep as parallel to the mat. Hands can be by the hips, they can be at the heart, they can be over the head. Over the head is more pressure on the back. So especially as you come further forward. So make sure the back is comfortable if you take that option. And just find the variation that feels best. Breathe deep. Ooh, has anybody done hot yoga or Bikram? Good, next inhale, bend the right knee, come back up, bend the left knee, bring it back through. Inhale, arms, both arms up, exhale, chair. Switch sides. Inhale, bring the right knee up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Hold here for just a moment. And we're going to switch to warrior 3. So extend that right leg out behind you. So it's a long line from the top of the head through this right heel. You can come as far forward as parallel to the mat. You can be almost standing or anywhere in between. Hands at the hips, heart, or over the head. Hot yoga in a car. Hey, thanks, Elbow Cup. Thanks for dropping in, too. Oh, and anybody who's just joining me, if you see the donation bar up here, is for once we get to that total, I'll do a yoga stream as a character. Ooh! Thank you for following. Wait, I can't see your name. Dacian Sarah? I might be saying that wrong. Ooh, we've held this for a long time. Let's bring the right knee back through. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come to chair. This music's intense. Let's come all the way up. Swan dive all the way down. Back to down dog. Take a moment here. Breathe into the legs, the back. God, this one's intense with all this balance. Good, next, let's move through a vinyasa. So come forward to full plank or kneeling. Shift forward, exhale, full or kneeling crocodile. Shift forward, inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale back to down dog or child's pose. Good, let's step back to the top of the mat. Go walk if you want. Next inhale, reverse swan dive, come up. Good, we're gonna exhale, hands to the heart. We're gonna find one more balance pose here. Let's do a tree pose. So we'll bring weight and balance to either foot, but I'll start with the left foot. We're gonna come up onto the right toes, turning the right knee out. Pull that right foot into the left, and then you have variations. So you can stay right here like this with the foot half on the mat. You bring it up to the calf. If you want to bring it to the thigh, lift the knee first and then pull the foot in. And you really want the whole foot completely above the knee. So it's not here, it's not here. That's just to protect that knee. Hands can stay at the heart. If they do, press them together. Or extend arms up and out, wherever you want them to go. I'm gonna go down here today with my foot. Good. Make sure this left knee or the extended leg doesn't lock. Let's find a few deep breaths. We won't hold these long. Ooh, my balance is all over the place today. What about yours? People are talking outside. Okay, let's find one more deep breath. Exhale, release this leg, shake them out. Then we'll switch sides. So weight balance the right foot or the other foot. Come up onto the toes in the left. Pull the left knee in. And again, you can stay right here. You can pull the left foot up to the calf or all the way up to the thigh. Hands at the heart. They can come out. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Find those deep breaths. Ooh, this side's easier today. I bet you'll notice that too. One side will be a little bit easier to hold than the other side. Oops, also very fast. Let's find one more deep breath. On the exhale, release that leg, shake them out if you like. Good, then from here, step the feet apart once again. Oh, wait, is this the same song? No, it's not, it's a new one. Anyway, turn the toes and knees out, bend the knees. We're gonna find standing straddle splits today. So inhale, arms up. On an exhale, come all the way down to the mat. So there are a lot of options for this pose, and they're all to help make sure the spine stays straight. So I'm gonna turn this way so you can see that a little bit. So the first one is to keep toes and knees turned out with knees bent, like mine are. If you have something like a block or something else, could be a chair that you can put your hands on, you can also lift to take some pressure off of the back. If straightening the legs out today seems comfortable, pigeon toe for straight legs. So we're turning toes in for that. And then from the straight leg option, if it still feels like there's more room for the stretch, you can hinge from the hips and come as deep into the pose as you'd like. Just try and avoid letting that low back round. So turn back this way. And we'll hold here. We want to press into both feet, almost like we're trying to stretch the mat between them. And then find some deep breaths into the hips, into the legs. Oh, hello, Zuko. Let's find 2 more deep breaths here. On the next inhale, come back to parallel to the mat if you've come forward. No, don't eat random pieces of foam. No, this is my foam, not your foam. Good, we're gonna turn toes and knees out if they're not already. Walk around to the top, find your lunge. Drop the back knee, come back to all fours. Let's come back to child's pose and just take a moment here. And again, stack this under the forehead if you need a little bit of lift. And I'm gonna skip this song ahead so we can get to a little bit gentler. Still holding child's pose. Alright, next inhale, let's come forward to all fours. And we're going to hold a cow pose. And feel free to add some cushion under the knees, as always. Whenever you're ready, we're going to start down at the tailbone. Inhale, find a curve through the spine. So we're going to work all the way up so head's last. Now we're just going to hold here, breathing deep. Let's find 2 more deep breaths. Second exhale, let's release. Let's switch to cow. So just round through the spine. And we'll hold here for a few deep breaths. This one always feels kind of nice on the neck, I think. At least on my neck it does. Find one more deep breath. On the exhale, let's release back to a neutral spine. And from here, let's sink hips to one side. Swing the legs around to seated staff. So sitting tall on these butt bones. Elevate the hips if you need to. Roll up your mat. Sit on a pillow. Sit on anything you have. Just so they can be a little bit higher. And that's if you feel like you're falling backwards and the back is rounded. So sitting tall, once you've found a comfortable spot, make sure feet are flexed so toes are pointed to the sky. And when you're ready, exhale, hinge from the hips if it's comfortable. Walk hands down the legs. Stop when the spine begins to round. And we're just looking for the stretch in the hamstrings. And we can hold here. Finding those deep breaths. I always feel like doing yoga is a perfect time to notice your toenails. I always feel like I'm like, oh, look at that thing on my foot. Or my toenails are too long. You know, whatever it may be. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I do too much yoga. Anything is possible. Let's find 2 more deep breaths here. On the exhale, let's hinge. Let's come back up. And we're going to stretch the side T band here, the glutes a little bit. So bend the knees, place the feet flat. Place hands behind the hips, fingers turn in towards the body, or use fists for wrists if you want. We're just going to draw the right leg up, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And try and keep this knee open with the right foot flexed. And you can scoot this left foot in for a bit more intensity, or you can extend it out for less. We'll turn this way so you can kind of see it this direction too. It's kind of what we're looking for here. Just breathing deep into that stretch. This is where I'm really tight. My hips get really tight. Try to avoid locking the elbows if you can as well. Whew. I'm tired today. I can feel it now. After all that balance. We'll do a little more balance. Just for the hell of it. The next exhale, let's release that leg and we'll switch. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh, flex the foot, and again find where the variation feels best for you. And just breathing into that stretch in the hip. Cat hair. It's everywhere. Zuko doesn't even shed that much. Still. Also, if this feels a little too intense for anyone, you can actually scoot the ankle a little bit further past the leg, which can help sometimes. Okay, let's find one more deep breath. On the exhale, we can release those legs, and then we'll switch to a boat pose for a little more balance. So let's place hands behind the knee joint on the thigh. You're gonna lean back and balance on these butt bones here. Make sure the spine is straight, and then one at a time, bring both legs up, and we'll hold here. For a little more intensity, you can take hands off the legs. You can rest your feet on your cat. Don't you steal that. Don't you do it. She's gonna walk off with it. Hi. Oh, don't bite my foot. She playful. You playful kitty. I'm just waiting for her to pull down my whole computer at some point. Okay, let's find one more deep breath here. On the exhale, drop the feet back. I hope you guys can see these little tiny cat ears. I know you can see the tail. Good. From here, let's go ahead and move to our back. So we're just going to place both hands behind one leg. Use that leverage to come back to knees to chest. You can take a moment rocking side to side. Nice. And then let's switch to legs up the wall. We'll take soles of the feet to the sky. And then just let arms rest by your sides. Or if you want, you can place fists under the hips for a little extra lift, which can feel nice. Or if you have a wall nearby, you can also actually put your legs on the wall if you want to, which can also feel nice. You can move your ankles around. Sometimes that feels good. I don't know if you guys can see this, but my left leg is longer than my right. You can actually see it sometimes. It's weird. Weird. Alright, let's drop the feet back to the mat. And from here, let's take the right arm over the head. We're going to roll on to the right side, and we're going to find a quad stretch. So let your head rest on this right arm. We're going to bend the top left knee, taking the foot towards the glute. I'll turn around the other way too so you can see it. We're going to reach back with this left hand for the left ankle. Now, if you can't quite grab the ankle, that's okay. You don't have to. You can also hook something around it. Anything you have would work. So I'm going to turn this way so you can see it. Hang on. Let me think about this. Yes. Okay. So foot is flexed because that's going to help protect that knee. And then we're pressing the ankle into the hand as if we're trying to press the foot away from the body and avoid letting this knee lift at all. Keep it right on top of the right leg to protect all the joints, the hip, the knee, the ankle. We'll hold here, and I'll turn back around so I'm not facing behind you. We're just holding here, finding those deep breaths into the thigh, the quad. It also might stretch your left shoulder a little bit. Find one more deep breath. And on the exhale, release that ankle. And what we're going to do is draw this knee in towards the chest and extend the leg out in front. And then let the left shoulder open to the mat behind you, taking arms out to a T, moving into a twist. And you can adjust the intensity of this twist, bending the knees, stacking them for less intensity, keeping the legs extended for more. It's your choice. Just releasing into the pose a little bit. And then next exhale, let's come back onto that side, and then we're going to switch. So we'll roll back to our backs, take the left arm over the head, roll onto the left side. And again, we're bending the top right knee, reaching back with the right hand to the ankle, flex the foot, make sure the joints stay in line, and we'll hold here. So we're pressing the ankle into the hand as if we're trying to press the foot away from the body. And just find those deep breaths. I can see Zuko under the couch. Zuko! Hello, are you staring at me under the couch? Hi! She's run off with a pen. This cat is a kleptomaniac. She likes long skinny things for some reason, like pens. I don't know, anything else like that. Pencils. Toothpicks. Chopsticks. She ran off with a chopstick at one point. And she hides them. Let's find one more deep breath. And exhale, release. We're going to draw this right knee in towards the chest, extend it out in front of you, and then let the right shoulder open to the mat behind you, extending the arms out to a T. And just releasing into this twist. And again, you can adjust, you can bend the knees if you want, stacking them. Next exhale, let's come back. And we're going to move to our backs because we're going to go to final relaxation. So you can do this on your back. I'm actually going to do it seated today, so I'm not laying flat here. But if you want to do it on the back, you want to find Shavasana. Let the palms stay open as they're resting, the arms rest by your sides. And you can let the feet, kind of give some space between the feet so the legs can rest. And then close your eyes and just find deep breaths, but just let them be what they need to be. And releasing the body on the exhales, feeling the body relax a bit more. And turn your attention to the senses. So noticing what you hear, what you feel, maybe even what you smell. And this will help keep the mind present, because that's what we're looking for, being present, not necessarily getting rid of distractions, but instead just kind of being right here, finding peace in whatever surroundings you're in. So continuing to hold here, continuing to breathe. You can also do this seated if you prefer. Any position is fine, as long as it's restful. But on those exhales, feeling the body release a bit more. Feeling the weight of the body as it presses into the mat. Noticing the parts of the body that touch the mat, the parts that lift off. And if you catch the mind wandering, just bring it back to the senses. And if a thought comes through, it's okay. You don't have to hold on to it. Just let it pass on by. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear the noises here, but there are noises. My door's open, so outside. Sometimes intense noises can still be jarring. I want to just try to be aware of them without letting them be a distraction. It's not about that. And let's start to wiggle fingers and toes a bit. Just rotate wrists and ankles. Stretch arms over the head. Reaching through the body. If you're still laying flat, you can reach out through the toes as well. Let's add the face. Open the eyes wide, the mouth, stick out the tongue, take a deep exhale, lion's breath. Oh, my jaw always gets so tight. And if you are laying on your back, go ahead and roll onto one side and then come up to seated. And once here, let's sweep both arms up. Bring your hands together, exhale, hands to the heart. Taking just a moment to check in, see where the body, the mind is after the practice. Thank you all for joining me today and sharing your practice with me. Namaste. And if you'd like to, you can always go back to final relaxation for a little bit longer. Usually you want to hold it for about 10% of the practice. So if our practice is about 60 minutes today, you'd want to do about 6 minutes. But since this is a stream, it's a bit hard to hold that the whole time. So feel free to take a little bit longer if you'd like. But also, if anyone has any questions, I am more than happy to take a few. anything that maybe came up for you today. And again, yes, I do have this donation. Man, I always get the wrong arm. Here we go. Right here. Bar. And if you think of this as kind of a donation-based class, if you can donate, it does help me continue to bring this to you. And if you can't, I totally understand. Things come up. I'm just happy that you guys can be here. It means a lot. If you can't, spreading the word is really helpful. Just getting more people to join us, that helps out as well. So, but yeah, thank you guys for being here. And I'll hang out just a little bit if anybody has any questions. And also, I'm sure Zuko will reappear. Who knows? She's magic like that. That's okay. You can do that too. Yeah, there are two of them. There's a donation button, and then below it, there's PayPal for people who don't want to use Streamlabs. Either one will work. And I can update the donation goal with PayPal ones at some point. So that's also okay. Here, I'll show you how Zuko will come running in here. You ready? Zuko! She's usually faster than that. Zuko! Where could she be? This apartment's not that big. You're not doing the trick for me! Zuko! There she is. Here, I'll show you some cool tricks she does. You want a treat? Come here. Come here. Okay. Zuko. Zuko. Up. Up. Oh, that wasn't a very good up. Zuko, up. Okay, okay. There you go. Good girl. She loves to just go, I did it. I did it. Okay. Zuko. Come here. Come here. Zuko, spin. Good girl. Those are her two little tricks she can do. Here you go. She crazy cat. Okay. Well, there you go. You saw cat tricks. You didn't know you were coming. You thought you were just coming for yoga. Instead, you got cat tricks as well. How exciting for you. All right. Oh, hello. You're going to join me over here now? Looking for more treats? Yes, of course. Oh, okay. Well, again, thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to be doing this. Oh, man, it would be great if I could teach her to do my classes. Character yoga. If we get to that, I will do a yoga class as a character. So like Rey or Bellatrix Lestrange or Harley Quinn are the ones I'm offering up right now. Maybe some others at some point. But yes, if we get to that, obviously not get to it today, but just get to it soon, I will do that. But welcome, Bondo. Welcome to the stream. We're actually just getting ready to end it today. I was just going to take any questions. Zuko will also take questions. Isn't that right? Oh, don't run off with my cables. See, this is this funny thing we do. Sometimes when I give her treats, we'll hide them in different places. So now she always goes and checks all the places we tend to hide them anytime I give her treats. She's a smart kitty. Yes. But yes, thank you for joining me. I will have more yoga on Thursday at 10 a.m. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, 10 a.m. for right now. Join me. Always about an hour-long practice. And I will also be hopefully playing Beat Saber soon. I'm trying to get it set up. I tried to get it set up at the end of last week and it was giving me trouble. So we'll see. Yeah. And then, of course, I think all of you guys are Saving Throw folks. So you know that we got Wild Cards this Friday, which is our Savage Worlds ETU game. It's a lot of fun. 8 p.m. twitch.tv/savingthrowshow. Oh, sweet, Bondo. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I hope she does. Sweating can be fun, Ghost Hack. But thank you for coming. I'm sorry that it didn't go well, but it's not about being perfect anyway. It's about doing what you can. Yeah. But still, I appreciate you guys being here. It really does mean a lot. This is kind of an experiment I'm trying and seeing how it goes. I might try some other things. So feel free, if you guys have specific things you want, I can do a whole lot of different stuff. We can focus practices in a bunch of different ways. So please let me know. Feel free to tweet at me. My Twitter handle is right here at Megan Caves. Let me know. Let me know your thoughtsy. But yeah. Oh, Zuko, you almost fell. Did you want to come say bye? Say bye. Say bye to everybody. Say bye, everybody. Bye. I really want down. I hate being held. Okay, I'm putting you down. You're all right. Ow, that's claws on my legs. That was my own fault. Anyway, okay, well, I will see you guys on Tuesday. If I don't see you before, hopefully, maybe, for Beat Saber, if I can ever figure it out. Sweet. Okay, thank you again. See you later. Bye.